Hello, dear friends. This is Domas. Welcome back to the Soul Channel One Man Podcast. Walking in nature, Lithuania. Weird vibes today. Up and down. Kind of going along with my illustrations and drawings, and just keep having this hopeless feeling, which often comes over my head. I stopped taking my medication that I've been taking for the last 8 months, so that could have an impact on my moods. But I think it's more like psychological. I think it's just like more like feelings of worthlessness, I don't want to own it. I don't want to say it's my feelings. I don't want to say it's me. I want to put it on something else, Maybe it's the weather. Sometimes it's the weather. Sometimes it's things not going the right direction. I made a scan of my illustrations and they don't look the way I wanted them to look like at all. So I might have to take matters in my own hands and do the best I can with my iPad and take photos and see how that goes. There's always a way out. There's always a way out. But I guess also I had guests for the last couple of days, and it's been fun having them around, not having to be with my own thoughts for too long. And now when it's starting to come back, I start to feel this avalanche, I started to realize how important it is to have somebody there, to have somebody to reflect upon. You're not so alone, like you don't feel like you're on your own, so it feels like when the person is gone and you're like, shit, that was actually really nice to have that reflection, to have that you kind of feel like you're a human being, when you're talking to other human beings. I mean, it makes sense, right? But sometimes it's like you don't feel like one if you don't have people around. You feel a bit like left on your own. But it's okay, we're all on our own here. It's all good. It's supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be always fun and dandy, but sometimes the mood is a bit down, which is normal and it's fine. You just need to manage it, cope with it. I think it's important to have a project. Like I have a project I'm working on. Well, I had one and now I finished it, and I feel like I need a bigger project. I've been looking into some illustration jobs and people looking for jobs as an illustrator, and I realized that you have to be really, like, I don't know, at least these days, like, good with technology. That's how it seems like, which I'm pretty much analog still. I'm like, I need my paper, my hand, my pencil, my watercolors, actual watercolors, not like Procreate stuff. But maybe I'm just being like, maybe I should just go along with the technology, but it just doesn't work for me. I don't like the way it comes out. I like I like when it's real. I like when it's, I can see it, I can touch it. And it's something to do with the matter of this world. My friend said yesterday, when waves become, when particles become from a wave, it becomes matter, it starts to matter, Suddenly when things become matter, they start to matter. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but it's like you can act as a wave and flow, big part of a big ocean, or you can become matter, very stale and not very flexible, just like, I don't know, like a dot. You just, not flexible, maybe that's the right word. And I feel like that today. I don't feel flexible at all, even though I've done tattoo yesterday, I've been productive, but it seems like I'm holding something back. I'm not feeling like I'm 100% myself, So something needs to be done. And I have a psychologist appointment. And I realized that I missed the whole week of rehabilitation that I was supposed to go on. So I'll see if I can get it back tomorrow for the next week or something. But yeah, it sucks. I really started to blame myself. I was like, how could you miss that? Like, how could you not look at the dates? You had the paper, you didn't look at the dates, and started to blame myself. And this whole thing with blaming myself, like, it's super harsh. It's not fun. It's not cool. It doesn't feel good, basically. So I don't know. I think things could be way worse than they are. I'm taking time off from all the random jobs that I've been doing forever, jumping from one job to another. I feel like I just need to relax a bit before I start my studying in September. But I'm always so stressed out. Like, what is this stress about, You're not gonna have enough money, you're not gonna survive, and it's bullshit. Like, still, even though I have savings, I'm like not enjoying myself just being, What is this blame about? Like, you should be doing better, you're not doing good enough, you know. So maybe you guys have a suggestion about that. Maybe it's really just not having that other person, that really good support that I had. I noticed that, and just having my friend around, she's like gave me a lot of good pep talk. But I started to get dependent on people, I guess. And it's easy to get dependent. It's easy to feel good with another person, and then forget that you should build your own happiness. But I don't know, it seems like much more fun with another person, and the blame game is not so prominent. Like, it doesn't help, does it? Blaming yourself for things that you have or haven't done, it doesn't work. some spider webs everywhere. It doesn't work. And I've been watching a lot of conspiracy theory videos, and those videos just put you in a bad state of mind. Like, everything's going to shit. Like, everyone's lying. People are like ruled by very small amount of people at the top, like that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know, the stuff they're putting in foods and it's killing us, the way they control the weather. I think this whole thing kind of, it affects me and it doesn't affect me at the same time, because I live in Lithuania. I don't know if they're controlling the weather here, to be honest, because they'll think we have the money or the means, or I think the country is, like, people are definitely putting money in their own pockets somehow, but I don't think they're controlling the weather yet. But cloud seeding is a real thing. There's so many things I don't know. Sometimes it feels like I become ignorant just to avoid the stress that comes with knowing certain things. And we've got to research the facts sometimes. Just trusting videos on YouTube isn't the most efficient, if that's the right word, or truthful source of information. A lot of clickbait, a lot of misinformation, a lot of things that are not real and just made there. It's really addictive too, like watching bad stuff, like watching stuff that is sort of makes you scared. It's really addictive. It's like watching horror movies and waiting for that moment when you're gonna get scared. I watched so much stuff, I was like getting scared, but kept on watching. So it's like, why do I do that to myself? Why do I blame myself and nail myself on a cross? It's not a good thing to do. So how about loving ourselves more? How about today we love ourselves, and for the rest of the days of our life we love ourselves? We start from loving ourselves and continue with that, because it's important. Nobody else is gonna love you if you don't love yourself. You can play the blame game, but how far is it gonna take you? It doesn't really help. It doesn't. So you guys have a great day. I'm proud of you. I know that you've been working hard. I know that you're analyzing things probably, just like I am. Sometimes it doesn't go the right direction. There's all this analytical stuff. Sometimes it's just an overload for the brain. And better put it in something useful, something worth putting your time and energy in. So take a pen, take a piece of paper, write some stuff down, some stuff from within, and see if you can make that into a drawing or something. And it's starting to rain, so it's time to finish the video and time to be who you really are, how you really are. This has been how I am today. I can't always be positive. Sometimes bad stuff comes in, bad stuff comes out. But I don't know. Maybe you found something useful in this. Love you guys. Have a great day. Morning, evening. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.